Good morning. This is Margaret Fetty at the University of Sewing, and look who I have with me.
Hi guys, happy Friday.
Okay, this is Denise, and this is Facebook Live, and I'm already trying to break things.
Don't do that.
So look what we have. Look at her. Isn't she adorable? So we have this really talented gal who's a customer, and her name is Katie Jones. And Katie has this amazing skill making dolls.
Wow.
And she also makes custom jackets, and every one of them is an amazing piece of artwork. And I was fortunate enough to win this.
Oh my goodness.
As a door prize at the last American Sewing Guild meeting. The Indianapolis chapter had their annual meeting last Saturday. That's why I wasn't here.
That's true.
And I got to speak at it, which was really cool. I
enjoyed
that. And but I got to enter the door prize thing, and look what I won.
She's fantastic. Does she have a name?
I think she was like the something about garden goddess or something like that.
Oh my goodness.
So,
she's spectacular.
She is spectacular. I love her. And I feel so honored to have one of Katie's pieces. They're just amazing. And there's a doll show on the 19th of November up in Indianapolis. So if you're into that sort of thing, and actually here, there he goes. Indy Art Doll Makers. Their 20th annual show is on the 19th from 9 to 4. And it's the Irvington Methodist Church. These ladies are incredible. I think anyone who sews appreciates that. But they have a Facebook group, so you could go on there, and if you're not local, you can go and look at what they do because it's amazing.
It just makes me think there is a creative outlet for every possible interest. I mean, that's
really
just stunning.
It is. It's really fun.
Very nice.
So what are we giving away today?
We have a book. Margaret, this is so cool.
This is really cool. Katie Fowler has been a wonderful art quilter for a long time, and she's always made amazing, gorgeous quilts. She's got this book called Foolproof Art Quilting.
Foolproof?
Foolproof. I need it.
I would want to test that theory personally, but yes, yeah.
Yeah, so this is our giveaway. This is normally a, $30 book.
Oh my goodness.
So guys, this is well worth sharing today, don't you think?
You mean like Donna and Kathy?
Of course.
Thank you guys. So this is really beautiful and wonderful. And here we have all these different ideas with paints and with pencils.
Wow.
And with, all kinds of threads. And we're going to talk a little bit about threads today and really fun things you can do with them. So this is a really interesting to see her, how she develops her artwork.
I love that.
And then she ends up doing it out of fiber and thread and all the wonderful things we get to play with.
Kind of a peek into her creative process.
Exactly.
And she's sharing it.
And she's sharing it so you can learn how to do it too. So this is our giveaway if you share our live video. And you know that as long as you do it within 24 hours of us posting, and in the comments, right, that you shared, then
please.
Next week, Denise will let some lucky person know that they won.
I will. And I love to do that. That's always my favorite part of Mondays. So.
It is really fun. And it's really fun to see people. We had last week one of our customers come in, and she's like, I never win anything. It was so cute.
Yay.
It was so fun. So it was really nice to see her. So, we have so much to talk about today, and we have a lot going on.
We do.
We have the Black Friday stuff coming up.
Yay.
There's some amazing deals in that, but there's a current sale even going on that I want to make sure I talk to you guys about. But what is today?
Today's a special day, guys.
It is.
Today is November 11th. Happy Veterans Day to every one of you who have served and to every one of you who love someone who served.
Yes, it's pretty amazing, and we need to do it. I get goosebumps when we talk about this stuff. So
absolutely.
So
Margaret, one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
South is going down for their regional football game tonight, so we want to wish them good luck. Go
Yeah,
Panthers.
there you go. Go Panthers. So, and will your lovely son be playing there?
Nope, we have. the band doesn't play at these.
Why not?
Don't you think that's wrong? I think the band should be playing.
Always.
No, not at this one. So
not at regionals.
Not at regionals. No.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't know that. Okay. So guys, we've got some amazing sales coming up. Lots of Bernina stuff to talk about. I do want to give you one piece of information. Because of some staffing shortages we're going to have, we are not going to be open. We'll be open the Friday after Thanksgiving, but we are not going to be open the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And I know that's a little bit away, but I thought if I told you that now and you can put it on your calendar to know we will be closed the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Open Friday, but not on Saturday. And of course, we'll close for Thanksgiving.
And we will remind you of that as we get closer.
Yes, we will do that, but it's one of those things that's on the top of my head. Oh, and if you haven't done it yet, don't forget, all the flannels are on sale for 25% off. They're already marked down. You don't have to do anything. Just go online and you'll see all the different flannels. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. They're so much fun. We had a couple of customers coming in, new babies coming into the world, little receiving blankets. But, there's some really beautiful quilts you can do with flannel, and it's such a cuddly fabric.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes. So I have something special to share with you guys today. We have this amazing deal going on right now. When you buy the $790, you are going to get a free $860. Now, that is a $6,000 gift with purchase. It is amazing, guys. This just doesn't happen. So you buy the $790, you get the machine, you get the embroidery unit, and then you're going to get this amazing serger. Now, you might say, well, Margaret, I don't really know how to do a serger yet. Well, guess what? With the 860, it doesn't matter that you don't know how to do a serger yet, because it has a thing. I'm going to go back here for a second just so you can kind of see. It has a guided mode and an expert mode. You know what? I've been sewing on these for a long time. I don't even bother using the expert mode. I always use the guided mode so I don't forget anything. But if you look at this is really pretty simple. We have got very little going on here that you have to worry about. There's also the manual is in the book, in the computer screen right here. So it talks about all the different things like thread tension, your threading, all the different sewing techniques and what you can use. So there's wonderful tutorials in there. So that's one thing that you have in here. You also have this really incredible thing called a fashion consultant. So the fashion consultant is a place where you can see all these different fabric types. There's like icons here. And these icons, by the way, these are in your sewing machine, guys. So if you have anything from a 475 on up, you're going to have this on your sewing machine. So I'm looking at all these things and I'm wondering, well, what does that symbol mean? Well, I might question mark and I can just look. Fabric with a piled texture, like fur fabric and velvet, circular knit pile fabrics, and cord, like corduroy. And so this would be where I could go into this section right here. If I'm going to sew a seam, if I'm going to do a blind hem, if I'm going to do a myriad of things, I can just click on that icon, and next thing I know, it's telling me what thread to use, which needles, and once I hit the check mark, it will go through and tell me how to thread this machine. So there's some amazing things in here. Today, though, what I want to show you is something really fun and special. We have got this wonderful thread now in, and I've talked about this a little bit before, but we now have this fabric, or this thread from Wonderfield. This is called Fruity. Fruity is a variegated thread, and as you can see here, it's a bit thicker than normal thread. I'm going to pull out some normal thread, and the normal thread is going to be that weight, and the Fruity is a bit thicker because it's a 12 weight thread. So when you go to set up your serger, did you think about the idea that potentially you could use this thick thread in it? Well, it turns out not only can you use it, but it's really beautiful. So today what I thought I would do is show you this 860. We're going to do a 3-thread rolled hem, and I'm going to show you how you can use this thicker thread. then if you guys have a serger at home, you could try this too. So what I'm looking for is I am looking for my, we're gonna go back here and we're gonna look at all the different things. My fingers and the computers. It's always a little bit interesting. So let's find a 3-thread rolled hem. It turns out it's stitch number 8. All I have to do is click on that. And now it's gonna walk me through what I need to do. It wants me to lift my foot up, which I have done. The next thing I'm gonna do is unthread anything that's in here. It turns out there's no threads in here right now. Then I'm gonna put on the L10 foot, which it has on it already. I'm going to adjust my presser foot pressure. That's up here. And the really nice thing about this is that when you're working with things like knits, you sometimes don't need as much pressure on your presser foot, and you can adjust it on this machine. Then what we're gonna do is go to the next screen, and we are only gonna have one needle in for this, and it wants us to have our right needle in. So I'm gonna take the left needle out. So we're gonna take that one out. And look at this, I can have a nice little place to store my needle right there. And when I get done, guys, remember to do this on any of your sergers. Make sure you screw that screw back in for your needle because those are little dudes. We have activating the knife, that's this right here. We're adjusting the cutting width. That turns out to be really easy to get to too because it's right here. And then we're going to hook out the upper looper converter. On this machine, it's actually attached. And so look, if I wasn't sure what that is, I've got a video right now that's going to show me exactly what it means. So what it wants is it doesn't want it over here, it wants it back there. So we're done with that. Let's see what next to do. Oh, we have to change this selector to R. So we're going to do that. And then what else? Now we thread it. So what we're going to do is we're going to thread the right needle, the upper looper, and the lower looper. That's what those, it sees RN, UL, and LL. So this is my upper looper right here. That's my lower looper. It turns out to thread those two things, I need to do my air threading. So you guys are going to get to see the really fun part here. So let's see what it says for upper looper. That's where we're going to put this wonderful thread that we have right here. So we're going to stick this on back here. We're going to, you know what I just realized is that I'm little. So this is my blue, and it's showing me the whole time here what to do. So we've got all that. And then what we're going to do, we have to turn on, when you turn this dial, it turns on the air threading and it closes these pipes right here because it needs, if you don't close the pipes, then what it'll do is it'll just put the thread somewhere down here, which isn't useful. So let's go ahead and there it goes. So this is so much fun. Okay, so our 12-way thread is in our upper looper and we've got that all going on. Now, I'm not sure what's going on there. We've got to get that behind the foot. So we're going to put that back there. Now we're going to, we've got that part done. Now we're going to do our lower looper. Again, we've got a video for that. And that is from our red spool. So we're going to come over here. We're going to put this thread in. And we're going to use that air threader one more time. So here we go. So there we go. Look at that. It popped it out just quick as can be. So that is just being a cranky butt. So, all right. So that takes care of that one. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do the right needle. And we'll put that over here. And we're going to do the right needle. Oh, it's in the green spot, not in the yellow spot. I am not graceful. So, all right. So we're going to put this in the green location. And here it is. we're gonna go across this way. And you know, it used to be really kind of traumatic almost to thread sergers. And now with all this computerization and being able to get this, it's been really helpful. So you're back. Hi.
I'm back. And I was telling somebody online the other day, I didn't used to serge quite so much because I didn't have a need, but since that lives in my sewing room now, I look for projects to serge. Well, and even if I have to change threads, I'm okay with that because it's just so cool.
It is cool, and it's not hard anymore. And so this is done. We're finished, and now we're ready to do this. And what's really, really cool is all I have to do. Now, I know that this is a knit, and I know that I've actually had better luck if I loosen this foot pressure. So I'm going to take it to 2 just because I'm pretty certain that that's what it needs. So we'll put the foot down, and now what we're going to do is we are going to see how, now guys, it's a serger. I haven't done this before, so what I really do want to do is I want to make a test sample before I make the real thing. But I think we might have nailed it. Although, wait a minute, it's doing a little rippling, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
It is doing a little rippling. So guess what you do with a little rippling?
How do we fix that?
Differential feed.
Oh.
So it's it's on the computer screen. It's right here. The top one is for stitch length. The bottom one is for differential feed. Mm-hmm. And so what we want it to do is we want to make it not do that as much. So we're going to make the number smaller.
Gotcha.
So here we go. Oh, that looks better. Oh, wait a minute. Did I do the opposite? See, I get that one confused sometimes. I think I did the opposite.
That's why we do a test piece. Right?
Yes, I think I got it mixed up. Oh my goodness. Let's try it this way and see what that does.
I think it would be really pretty wavy though.
Yes, I actually don't think that's a big deal. Ah, there we go. Look at it. I got rid of the wave, guys.
Yay.
I got rid of the wave. That's why we do a test sample. So now what it's doing is it's kind of gathering it up a little bit. So look how nice and smooth that is, and nice and straight. And look at the top side. Now, when I look at this, what I see is that I would probably go ahead and I might want to actually increase the pressure just a little bit. So, and I'm doing that because I think the stitches are a little bit far apart.
So increasing the pressure is going to slow down the movement through the machine just a little bit.
It is. So that's one thing I might try. The other thing, I'm not sure I really want to make those stitches any closer together because it has this really thick thread. But you know what? I think I did succeed in what I wanted to do because it does look like it's a little bit closer up. So this is always a trial and error thing. And you know what? If you want to come and play with this, I've got it all set up.
Margaret,
It's really fun.
I know you didn't intend this today, but since it's Veterans Day and I have veterans on my mind, and particularly Navy veterans, you've got a gorgeous navy knit with a beautiful gold trim, and just
so it sounds a little
go
bit
Navy, right?
Go Navy.
Right.
All right. So this is really fun, and there's all kinds of things. Now you could do this same kind of method on woven fabric, and think about how beautiful of a napkin you could make. So Denise was kind enough to bring us this really cute little sample. You don't have to use the thicker thread. You can just use your regular thread and make the stitching a little closer together. So this is super cute. We also have this other really wonderful sample of a placemat. We have the fabric, the kit. I mean, we can put this all together for you. This is beautiful. And this is all done on your serger. So, and this just turns out to be, you know what this is? This is just a 3-thread overlocker stitch.
That was so much fun to make.
It's so simple. So it's very beautiful. It does really cool things, and you can use all the fancy threads with it. Isn't that the neatest thing? So, like I said, it's set up here if you want to try it out, We've also got the L890 available, and that is coming with some really great freebies too. If you've looked at the Sewist Garden Sale flyer, the L890 is coming with your nice little luggage carrier for your machine, the big book of serging. You're going to get a whole bunch of really cool feet, including the clear foot, which makes serging so much easier. So if you haven't done so, you might want to go and look on our website and see all the things that are in this. It's amazing. And I want to make sure that I don't neglect our bursting at the seams Black Friday sale coming up. Did you know that they have the Bernette? No, it's not in here, but we've got it on our website. Did you know that the Bernette 05 Academy is only $349 right now?
It's sort of like a secret sale.
It's amazing sale. It's so cool. So we have that, but there's going to be 0% interest coming up.
Very nice.
60 or 48 months.
I love
Either
that.
one of them. I mean, my goodness, the 0% for 48 months is going to go through the end of the year.
That's fantastic.
These all start on the 18th, guys. The 0% on 60 months is going to only be available between the 18th and 30th of this month.
Margaret, I just had a thought on the 0%. I know it's a little early to be thinking about taxes, but a lot of times people wait for their tax refund to do a purchase like this. With the 0%, you could do that. There's no penalty for paying it off early.
That's right.
And then when
That's
that
right.
tax refund comes in,
there you are. You're set and ready to go. So I wanted you to see $400 savings on a 335.
wow.
Nice little machine to take with you on your adventures. The L850, it is $1,500 off.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Did I do that right? I did the math right,
Yeah,
didn't
you
I?
did. No.
Oh my goodness. It's
Yeah.
$1,500 off its normal price.
Wow.
The 535. This is another one that is just an amazing deal. This one is $1,300 off. That is a fantastic deal on that machine, because you know what else you can do? For an extra $1,000, you can get embroidery. Bernina has never had their embroidery available for under $4,000.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize
Yeah, I've tried. Every time I talk to people about getting them into embroidery, I'm always thinking it's going to be between $4,000 and $5,000. You can now get into embroidery with a Bernina sewing machine under $4,000. So it's an amazing deal. So don't forget, we have this wonderful deal right here. You can get your $790. You can get your $860. And your sewing room is totally decked now.
Oh my goodness.
Just totally decked out. It is a great, great deal. Don't forget, we also have the Dream Studio event.
What a lovely event that they're doing.
It is, and you know who's the star of that, don't you? She is. She's the star of this. She ended up being on Bernina's Facebook page because
How did that happen?
Dave came over and he filmed your wonderful studio.
I know. Dave and his
So
good
if
ideas.
you haven't gone on to Bernina's website, Bernina USA's or excuse me, not their website, their Facebook page. Go to their Facebook page and then check out Miss Denise here showing off her cute little studio. How cool is that?
It is kind of fun. And if you want to come and play in my studio, let me know.
There you go. There you go. So there's, guys, every month there is something else that they're giving away. I think this month there's like $10,000 worth of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's so nice.
Wow.
And there's just so much to get on there. And no, if you work for us, you cannot get on there and do that. Sorry, you can't. But everybody else can. So make sure you go ahead and get on there and sign up for the sweepstakes. I'm trying to remember everything else. That there's so much going on.
There
I
is
just
a
feel.
lot.
Oh, how can I forget the long arms?
Don't forget the long arms,
Don't forget
Margaret.
the long arms.
No.
Guys, right now we have in the shop this wonderful folding table with a Q16 on it. As of the 18th through the 30th, you can get that for $64.99.
That's amazing.
What is that? I mean,
Wow.
I don't, that's just incredible.
Wow.
And I'm going to just point out to you that sometimes what people do is they start off with the sit-down unit you can transfer these right over onto your frame.
Or if you're peeking at Amanda Murphy's studio, she's got both. Maybe you need both.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I'll help you out with that. Happy to help you out with it. But if you really do want a frame, do you know that you can get the Q16 Plus along with the studio frame for $11,499?
It is amazing.
That is an amazing price, guys.
It really is amazing.
And for an additional $1,000, guess what? You can get it with a Q20 if you want. Both the Q16 Plus and the Q20. Now, that is referring to how many inches there are from the head of the machine to this back partial part of the machine.
Yes.
And so what happens there is that's how much space you have. So if what you really want is more space, which I recommend highly,
Absolutely.
for an extra $1,000, you can go to a Q20. Both of those machines, at any point in time, you could graduate to having a Q-matic on it, which will computerize all of your sewing. And you waited to do that, didn't you?
I did wait to do that. Yeah. I wanted to get to know my machine a little better and play with it, and then add the Q-matic. And I like the way that worked out. Right. Yeah.
So anyway, it has been, apparently we are getting to the end of our time. It is. Don't forget to share. We've got the Katie Fowler foolproof art quilting available. When you share, all you have to do is go ahead and share on Facebook, and then in the comments put the fact that you shared, and your name gets put into the drawing for this lovely book. So we are very grateful. Did you know we're over 2,000 people on YouTube?
Woohoo!
So if you have friends that maybe aren't on Facebook, that's okay. Tell them to go over to YouTube and check out our videos, especially, are they thinking about getting this wonderful 790 with this L860 and they're not sure? This is a great way for them to look at what it does and what it's capable of. And guess what, guys? Then you can see if that's what you want or not, and you can do it on YouTube. So we're not just on Facebook, we're on YouTube also, and there's always new things on there, and we're so grateful to have all of you who follow us.
Absolutely.
Both on Facebook and on YouTube. So thanks a lot, and we'll probably mention YouTube a lot more these days coming up. We've got some really amazing announcements that are going to be happening after the first of the year. We've got some really big stuff happening. You don't even know about it.
I better watch YouTube then.
No, well, maybe. So we've got some really cool stuff going on. We've got some new people coming into our world that is going to be really interesting. And we've got in January, you're thinking about maybe buying one of these cues. We've got Robin Phillips from Bernina coming. She's going to talk to us all about the cues, and that's happening in January. We will be getting that information up and running pretty soon, and it is just going to be one heck of a ride this following. I always think of the year as September to May because we're in a college town. You guys might not think of it like that, but I always do. But 2023 is going to be one fun year. We're going to have some neat stuff. That's right. So make sure you share with your friends because it's more fun when you have your friends involved.
Absolutely.
Because we know we have you guys. So have a great day, everybody. It's Friday, and we will see you tomorrow for Facebook Live.